Hello and welcome to What Culture Gaming. I'm Josh, joined today by Rich, which can mean only one thing, well, or maybe two things, Battlefield or Black Ops news. But it's Black Ops 4 today because there have been some details released about Black Ops 4's Blackout Mode, the Battle Royale Mode. These are as of yet unconfirmed, but they've been picked up by a few sites, so I think they're worth going through because they do sound quite valid in my opinion and paint quite a good picture of what this Battle Royale mode could be, which I'm really excited for.
It's an interesting one because obviously there's no campaign. Treyarch or Activision, whoever has pulled those strings, has replaced it with Blackout. Battle Royale is a big thing right now, so no surprises there. Although Activision have kind of killed this game flat on its arse. Before it's even not even the beta yet, and like the hype for this game is actually
I will agree with that.
But last night a bunch of stuff got leaked onto Reddit. Again, unconfirmed as to whether this is true, but it doesn't sound completely stupid. Like there was a massive leak from some random British guy a few months ago, and he just came up with all this absolute rubbish and said it was true. But this sounds really quite interesting. Well. So Blackout Mode, of course, there's a lot of stuff up in the air about this. There is going to be a beta for it in September for PlayStation 4. Which was a big thing people were concerned about. I mean, they're going to have to test it. But anyway, so first things first, it's the largest map in Call of Duty history.
Of course.
We know this before. They've already been saying that, which apparently isn't that big.
Yeah.
Like, biggest map in terms of Call of Duty, still not very big.
I mean, the biggest map in Call of Duty history at the moment isn't even as big as a Battlefield 1 map at the moment, you know what I mean?
What's the biggest map, do you know?
I don't actually know. I assume it'll be something off...
Was it like Wasteland or something?
It might actually be, yeah. It doesn't really get bigger than that.
No, it's focused on verticality. Obviously, the trailer we saw, there was the big skyscraper with zip lines, wingsuits.
That's really interesting to me because the good thing about Call of Duty now compared to like Battlefield has gone really, I know I keep comparing it to Battlefield, but that's gone really sort of, there's no verticality to that game really anymore. It's gone far away from the huge skyscrapers of Battlefield 4 into like the more open plains of Battlefield 1. And I like that Call of Duty sort of doubling down on that verticality.
Yeah.
What makes it kind of special.
I mean, PUBG's Miramar did a bit more verticality with their map when it came to Battle Royale, and it kind of works, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't seem to make a massive difference. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
But one nice little nugget about the map is the fact that apparently Nuketown is right in the middle of it, on an island surrounded by water. And apparently it's more like the Black Ops 2 version of Nuketown.
Right, okay.
Sorry, Nuketown Zombies, it's post-Nuke.
Oh, that is interesting.
So if you played Nuketown Zombies on Black Ops 2, everything's already broken. Apparently that's what it looks like.
I didn't even realise this until we talked about this before we started filming, and you said obviously that's going to be at the centre because yes, I mean you push everyone down into Nuketown, like the smallest, most fast-paced map in Call of Duty history, except maybe Shipyard that you can still sort of tactically manoeuvre on, and that's great if you're getting pushed towards that centre, and then it sort of ends in like a really quick, more of a standard Call of Duty match in a way. Like that's what it
it's
boils
intriguing
down
how
to.
the gunplay is going to work because PUBG's not a Twitch shooter. Call of Duty is, and putting Twitch shooting into Battle Royale, goodness knows. There's some more stuff in here about that in a moment. But first, one big thing is how many players are going to be on the maps.
Yeah,
and apparently they're aiming for 50.
Interesting.
Pushing for 64 when during testing.
Yeah,
and potentially more. If possible.
Again, I keep comparing it to Battlefield, but that's just because that's my reference of these two games. And then like 64 players is sort of standard in that game. Obviously, that is far and away more than we've ever seen in Call of Duty. Like they can't even hold ground wars anymore. Rich,
that's the thing. The engine
far.
is going to be the big roadblock in terms of this game mode. That's why there has been this concern because the COD engine works for what it needs to do, but when you push it past its sort of safe zone, it completely crumbles. So it's intriguing.
There's nothing to say that a sort of smaller scale Battle Royale mode couldn't work. We've had like 100 as the standard for like the past like year since it really blew up, but there's no reason for a faster paced game like Call of Duty can't pull off.
I think it would make more sense because if they're going with the Twitch shooter mentality, which is what COD is through and through, a smaller, faster Battle Royale would be fine because it's popular from things like Fortnite, from things like Sanhok in PUBG. It's all meant to be quicker and smaller and faster.
That's interesting. Like what we're sort of seeing in the Battle Royale landscape as a whole is sort of that condensing the experience so you're not spending time just sort of like wandering around, which I admittedly quite like. So I think
it would make the most sense for Call of Duty because you'll never just wander around.
Exactly. Yeah.
Next up, we have the health is 150 HP, replenished via scavengeable medical kits. Equipping scavenged armor allows the player to take one extra shot.
Yeah, that was
armor-piercing rounds will counter the effect of armor, so armor seems pretty useless.
Yeah, the whole idea of kind of an extended health bar in a way seems pretty useless because it's 150
makes sense.
HP. It's a bit of a longer time to kill, but not really substantial.
Because I know they're changing the time to kill in the multiplayer with all the health bars and the healing and stuff like that. But because we haven't had hands-on with it, we don't really know yet how that's going to play out, how different it's going to feel. So putting it to 150 HP.
Yeah.
Limited inventory slots, increased
Makes
space
sense.
by scavenge backpacks. We've seen that before. Weapon loot has rarity. Depending on the rarity of your weapon, might have different attachments. Yes, again, that's a given when it comes to Battle Royale. Subject to change, apparently. Consumable abilities, such as multiplayer specialist abilities. Such as the portable barricade that you've seen in the trailers, you know, the one that goes...
Yeah.
That's apparently in there. Has one use, the grapple hook with limited uses.
Cool.
And Nomad's dog, which can be used to command to follow the player or guard an area.
That is what I want to come to this game and receive, like those sort of specialist skills that no other Battle Royale game modes. When you talk about, you can have limited inventory, you can get backpacks to upgrade it. We've seen all that before. It's like sort of standard fare. It's sort of the almost obligatory stuff you have to include, despite how new this genre is, which is weird.
As we've already said, because COD is more fast-paced, because you'll never be sitting around, really.
Yeah.
What use does having a dog that you can leave in an area have? Like in PUBG, you're camping a building and you hold it until the zone comes in and people come to you. In this, because it's going to be smaller, it's going to be more fast-paced.
Yeah.
How different would this be, or could you just use it as a trap? Oh, here's a choke point. Let's put the dog there.
I guess that might just be it. I assume even though like it's going to be really twitchy, you still will need some sort of environmental advantage. So sort of taking those, like, I don't know, areas or houses and sort of trying to defend them until the wall or whatever comes in would still sort of have a tactical advantage. Just maybe you get pushed out of there quicker than you would.
Yeah. This is all apparently in testing phases, so this is all still subject to change. And of course, this isn't necessarily confirmed. Equipment such as the Recon RC, which is essentially an RCXD that doesn't explode, you can use to give the player an advantage. So essentially, it's like that. Was it the Twitch drone or something with a camera on it in Rainbow Six?
It's essentially a Twitch drone where you can
scoot it under
throw it out
doors and just spy on people. And also a monkey bomb equipment from Zombies apparently is in the sort of testing build. Apparently, it might be a placeholder for a decoy grenade.
Okay.
So a monkey bomb. I mean, if you want to make a distraction, that's how you do it. You throw a monkey bomb into the mix. Land, air, and sea vehicles, all seen in the teaser. We're all seen in the teaser, but the ATV is the only fully functioning vehicle in the current build.
That's interesting because we were promised land, sea, and air vehicles.
In the grand scheme of things,
I don't know how that will work.
Depending on the size of the map and how much water there is, how much use would a boat or a jet ski actually be?
Well, like we said, Nuketown is allegedly in an island in the middle you have to cross, so maybe that would come into play at the very end. Maybe you have a bit of a firefight across sort of that body of water before you get to the final arena, if you will. I don't know, we could implement it really well. I can't remember the last time we actually saw vehicles used in a substantial way in a Call of Duty. I know there was briefly in the war mode of World War II.
Yeah, I think in one of the DLC maps in Black
Okay.
Ops 3 had some like mechs or something in it.
Right.
Whereas when it all got very weird, Black Ops 3. But then air vehicles as well. Do you think they're going to count wingsuits as air vehicles? Because
They might do.
I don't see them throwing in a helicopter with a minigun out the window, because that would just be horrendous. Just chop a gun at that bad boy. Oh look, I've got an AC-130.
Oh brilliant! Not again! Flashbacks.
The storm or gas mechanic is currently just a simple visible wall that closes in on the map.
Right. I assume that's a placeholder.
Because they've done the big electrical blue zone in PUBG. They've done the storm in Fortnite. What else could they do?
You know what? I hope it looks nice. I quite like playing H1Z1, but I hate the sort of smoky gas that comes in. I like Fortnite's quite luscious, like
the purple hue of everything.
I want something that looks nice. That's all I want.
I think it should be a big wall of like player models from different Call of Duty games all screaming that they've shagged your mum.
Brilliant. Yeah, that'll do.
Squeaky kids all closing in on the players.
That's the Call of Duty experience.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty way. And the last one, which is an interesting one that we've already had a discussion about, that we can't really put our finger on, is while players simply parachute into the map, subject to change, talks of moving to a spawn-in system similar to Call of Duty Online are happening.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know much about Call of Duty Online. Obviously, we can't play it ourselves, but I don't know what that really means. We were checking it out, and I think you get a sort of moment of invulnerabilities when you spawn in, but you don't sort of get that tactical advantage of parachuting. I think they'll end up keeping the parachute in.
Potentially, but it depends on whether you can actually choose where you go to, or whether you just get dropped on the map in a random place, similar to how Call of Duty Online works. Maybe this is what they mean by Call of Duty Online. They don't mean the game Call of Duty Online for China. They just mean Call of Duty Online multiplayer. So you just spawn in. I'm personally putting my money on you get an overview of the map.
Yeah.
And you just pop a pin down with a countdown going. You can see your teammates' pins, like, oh, we're going to go here.
Yeah.
Everyone puts their pins down, and then for the last 3 seconds, you can see other pins within your vicinity, so you know whether you're landing with people or not. So I think if you just spawned in with no idea who was potentially with you,
exactly,
that would kind of, I feel like, defeat the objective of Battle Royale, especially the opening few minutes of a match.
Yes.
Because in Fortnite and PUBG, you parachute down, you can see if people are landing with you. If they remove that, it wouldn't. I don't really feel like it would add that sense of sort of heightened adrenaline and fear. I think it's just
just feels cheap. You know what I mean? You can just
cheap.
spawn in and be like, oh, the guy behind me.
You come around a corner, there's somebody there. Oh, brilliant.
Which again is kind of classic COD, isn't it? In a way.
It is a bit, yeah. But Activision or Treyarch have not confirmed any of this. This is all just rumor.
Yeah.
But it does sound quite
promising.
Like in a good way.
There are a lot of elements in there that I really like we said, the nuke tower, like sort of the center and it being the final arena is really appealing. The idea of sort of being able to scavenge like specialist items, use RC XD without the bomb to sort of recon your way around. The Call of Duty spins in this sound really good. It's just the reliance on sort of the tropes of Battle Royale games that we've played to death and we don't really want to see in sort of a proper sort of weird franchise crossover like Call of Duty. You want them to make it their own, because why would anyone pay for the Call of Duty Battle Royale experience if it's just fundamentally the same as Fortnite, which you can get for free?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still quite excited for this.
I'm excited to try it. I don't know whether I'll be playing it.
Oh, you'll be playing zombies all the time, Rich, anyway. You'll be playing zombies all the time.
We got the new trailer yesterday. It looks amazing. Got more information coming tomorrow. There has been actually a leak for some zombie stuff as well.
Right.
Including, like, I think in the same vein as this one that's leaked for Blackout. And it does look very promising.
Not as good as Blackout. I suppose this is all we know at the moment. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you sold on a Call of Duty Battle Royale, or would you just prefer to have the campaign as always? Either way, though, I've been Josh.
I've been Rich.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.